It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper, a woohooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver? I kind of like the high five, but if you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. At ChumbaCasino.com, choose from hundreds of social casino-style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses. So don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper, a woohooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver? I kind of like the high five, but if you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. At ChumbaCasino.com, choose from hundreds of social casino-style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses. So don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Vatsal Vora. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Cricket Corner podcast with me, Vatsal Vora, as we are recapping round 3 of the Tata IPL 2024. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time into this series of recaps, round 3 means that each and every one, all 10 teams have played at least 3 matches. However, since the IPL scheduling is always out of sync, there are 2 teams that have played 4 matches and the remaining 8 have played 3 matches. But the thing is that each and every team has to play a minimum of 3 matches, not the maximum. However, those of you who are very intrigued and curious, the 2 teams that have played the additional game and have played 4 matches in total are towards the bottom end of the table in the form of Delhi Capitals and the Royal Challengers Bengaluru. So it hardly affects the run-in for the playoff this early into the season. So in this round 3, we have 5 matches to cover. The last time we were recapping these matches, we talked about the game between the Lucknow Super Giants and the Punjab Kings, which was played on Saturday, the 30th of March. And since then, there have been 5 additional matches played in the IPL, and we'll look into each and every one of them. So yeah, sit back, relax, get your favorite beverage, and let's get going. So we begin the recapping for the third round by talking about 2 matches that took place on Sunday, the 31st of March. For those of you who don't know, it's thus the Sundays which are now reserved for double headers, unlike in the previous campaigns when we had Saturdays and Sundays, but this time it's only Sundays. And the first game from that double header was played between the Sunrisers Hyderabad and the Gujarat Titans in Ahmedabad. Sunrisers Hyderabad, I beg your pardon. Did I say Sunrisers Ahmedabad? I think I said Sunrisers Hyderabad. But yeah, it was the Sunrisers Hyderabad between playing against the Gujarat Titans. And Gujarat Titans won that game with relative ease, winning the game by 7 wickets. In the end, it was Pat Cummins who returned to Ahmedabad for the first time since beating India in the World Cup final. He came out, led his Sunrisers Hyderabad side and opted to bat first after winning the toss. And it was a pretty straightforward game, to be perfectly honest with you. There was no standout batting performance. There was barely any standout bowling performance, if you personally ask me, for this game. It was a pretty straightforward T20 game, no fuss whatsoever. Sunrisers, as I said, won the toss, elected to bat first and posted 162 runs. And in reply, Gujarat Titans chased down 168 with 5 balls to spare. Who were the definitive players as far as the Gujarat Titans side is concerned? Well, they had 2, if I am perfectly honest with you. One with the bat and one with the ball. It was Mohit Sharma, who always comes out to bowl during the latter stages of the innings because he's a quality bowler with the old ball towards the tail end. of an innings, and he showed why he still got something in him. Picked up 3 wickets for just 25 runs, and he picked up some crucial wickets along the way as well. He picked up the dangerous Abhishek Sharma, then he picked up yet another dangerous player in the form of Shahbaz Ahmed, and to round off, he chipped in with the wicket of Washington Sundar, who had come in as an impact sub to get the innings going. We have all seen Hyderabad play this season, and they have had some big matches. Who can forget the 277 which they got against the Mumbai Indians in Hyderabad almost a week ago now. So they had so much firepower coming into the game, the likes of Travis Head, Eden Markram, and most importantly Henrik Klaasen, but none of them really got going in this particular match. Travis Head scoring just 19, Eden Markram 17. Henrik Klaasen did hit a couple of sixes and played at a strike rate of 184, but he could only post 24 runs to the score. And as I mentioned, the Gujarat Titans chased that down with relative ease. It was Sai Sudarshan who started with the bat, 45 runs of 36 balls. He was partnered really well by David Miller, who scored 44 of 27 deliveries. He was probably the pick of the batters in this whole match, but it was in the end, I guess, Sai Sudarshan who was given the man of the match. No, it was actually Mohit Sharma who was given the man of the match on that occasion. Shubman Gill looked good for his 36. He's not had the best of the starts to this IPL campaign, but as captain, he's now picked up 2 victories from the first 3 matches. So in general, the Gujarat Titans would be happy with how Gill is performing as a captain, but they will surely want him to pick up the pace as a batter with 11 matches still remaining in this campaign. So yeah, easy said and done as far as the Gujarat Titans are concerned. A relatively straightforward 7-wicket victory. We just seen, as I mentioned, we just seen them pick up 4 points from their opening 3 matches. Moving on to the evening game in the doubleheader on Sunday, and that was played in Visakhapatnam, which surprisingly, and I don't know how, hosts the Delhi Capitals. It is the Delhi Capitals home ground all the way down south in Visakhapatnam. I don't know why that is the case, but the Delhi Capitals were taking on the Chennai Super Kings, who were unbeaten heading into this particular match in Visakhapatnam, and to everyone's surprise and to everyone's delight, it was the Delhi Capitals who ended their unbeaten start to this IPL campaign. As far as the Chennai Super Kings are concerned, the Delhi Capitals winning the match by 20 runs in the end. We will talk about how DC batted and bowled. We will talk about how Chennai Super Kings batted and bowled, but this game will forever be remembered as the game which saw the return of Mahendra Singh Dhoni, and we'll talk about MS Dhoni in due course, so stay tuned for that. But before we talk about the legendary MS Dhoni, we have to talk about how the Delhi Capitals managed to beat the mighty Chennai Super Kings. I think the big decision with DC took in this particular match is that they recalled Prithvi Shaw. Now Prithvi Shaw has been an interesting character in the IPL and surrounding the cricketing fraternity in India for the past, I would say, a couple of years now. There have been off-field issues which have caught the eye as far as Prithvi Shaw is concerned instead of his on-field performances, and those off-field issues have kind of gotten into the way of his on-field performances. But it was good to see him given a chance, good to see him back in the Delhi Capitals lineup, and he did deliver quite well, to be honest with you. He and David Warner were excellent coming out to bat after Captain Rishabh Pant won the toss and decided to bat first. The pair of Warner and Shaw put on 62 in the power play and were just outstanding. I think when David Warner was eventually dismissed, their score was already 93. So that was a very formidable opening stand, and Prithvi Shaw added 43 runs in that in the Delhi Capitals total in the end. Warner picking up his first half century of this season as well, 52 for him, 43 as I said for Rishabh Pant, for Prithvi Shaw, I beg your pardon, because Rishabh Pant also got into the runs as well. It was good to see him getting his first T20 IPL half century since that freakish accident he had about 400 days ago now. Good to see him back, 51 of 32 as far as Rishabh Pant is concerned. And the contributions by Prithvi Shaw, who scored 43, David Warner's 52 and Rishabh Pant's 51 were more than enough for the Delhi Capitals as they posted 191 runs in their quota of 20 overs. It was really good to see. Rishabh Pant, yes, he took his time to get into the proceedings and to get into his groove, because you have to cut him some slack over there. He's coming back after a lengthy spell on the sidelines, so you can expect him to take his time and settle into the game. And once he was settled, he played a really good knock. Couple of sixes. I think one of them was a one-handed six, if I remember correctly, and he was just outstanding once he really got going. As I mentioned, 51 of 32 deliveries. The Delhi Capitals have to remember that their top four is arguably one of the strongest top four in this IPL. Prithvi Shaw, David Warner, Rishabh Pant and Mitchell Marsh. If at least two of them can get going, they can post a really big score. Then they have someone like Tristan Stubbs to come into the middle order as well. Unfortunately for Tristan Stubbs, it was a 2-ball duck on that occasion. But the Delhi Capitals have a really good top four, and the top four did contribute as they posted 191. In reply, the Chennai Super Kings could only post 171 runs, and that was mainly down to Mahendra Singh Dhoni, who came in to bat at number 8. This is the first time he's coming out to bat in the Indian Premier League, and I guess the wait for all the Indian fans, all the CSK fans who waited for 3 matches was satisfied in a big manner. Mahendra Singh Dhoni comes in to bat at number 8. It is fair to say that the game was already lost by the time MS Dhoni walked out to bat. The required run rate was well over 15 runs and over, if I remember things perfectly. Gettable, yes, but very difficult. But it was the MS Dhoni show. It is one of those consolation victories which the Chennai Super Kings would take home. Dhoni 37 of just 16 deliveries, striking at 231, 4 fours, 3 sixes along the way. One of those sixes, a one-handed 6 over long off, was just breathtaking. Though that innings at least deserved 1 point, if not 2. But despite his heroics towards the tail end of the innings, the CSK fell to a 20-run defeat. And the reason why I feel like they fell to this defeat is because the openers didn't fire. In the first 2 matches, we have seen Ruturaj Gaikwad and in particular Rachin Ravindra giving them a quick fire start, and unfortunately that didn't happen this time around. Ruturaj Gaikwad only scored 1 run, and Rachin Ravindra scored just 2 runs of 12 deliveries. He was struggling big time. He was beaten by pace by the likes of Khalil Ahmed, and when he eventually decided to hit a big shot, he skied the ball, and it was an easy catch for Tristan Stubbs at mid wicket or mid on, if I'm remembering things correctly. So that was that as far as Ruturaj Gaikwad and Rachin Ravindra are concerned. Ajinkya Rahane did try his level best to get the scoring going. 45 of 30 deliveries. Darrell Mitchell was struggling a bit. He scored just 34 of 16. Shivam Dube, 18 of 17, a relatively slow innings as far as someone like Shivam Dube is concerned. And Samir Rizvi, who starred in the second match against the Gujarat Titans when he hit Rashid Khan for 2 sixes, he was dismissed for a golden duck. Ravindra Jadeja 21 of 17, and as I mentioned, Mahendra Singh Dhoni 37 of 16, but it was too little too late as far as CSK are concerned. As far as the Delhi Capitals bowling, it was the fast bowlers which saw them get over the line. Khalil Ahmed was excellent with the new ball, 2 wickets and conceding just 21 runs along the way. Ishant Sharma Though he did not pick up a wicket, he was quite economical as well. He bowled 3 overs and conceded just 23 runs. However, it was Mukesh Kumar who was the difference towards the end. He bowled 3 overs, conceded just 21 runs and picked up 3 crucial wickets. Mukesh Kumar picking up the wickets of Ajinkya Rahane, Shivam Dube and Samir Rizvi. So you can see how important he was towards the tail end of the CSK innings. He was basically the Mohit Sharma for Delhi Capitals in a way. So yeah, this is what happened on Sunday, the double header. It was the Gujarat Titans who played the afternoon game against the Sunrisers Hyderabad and they won by 7 wickets. And in the evening game in Visakhapatnam, it was Delhi Capitals who defeated the Chennai Super Kings by 20 runs. We'll take a short break here, and when we come back, we'll talk about the remaining 3 matches, which includes Mumbai Indians against the Rajasthan Royals, the Lucknow Super Giants against the Royal Challengers Bengaluru, and to round things off, KKR against the Delhi Capitals. So stay tuned.
Hey guys, it is Ryan. I'm not sure if you know this about me, but I'm a bit of a fun fanatic when I can. I like to work, but I like fun too. It's a thing. And now the truth is out there. I can tell you about my favorite place to have fun. Chumba Casino. They have hundreds of social casino style games to choose from with new games released each week. You can play for free anytime, anywhere. And each day brings a new chance to collect daily bonuses. So join me in the fun. Sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Welcome back as we continue to recap the third round of the Indian Premier League. We already talked about the 2 double headers. The double header on Sunday. There are no 2 double headers. The only double header which was played on Sunday. And now we talk about the remaining 3 matches of this particular round. And we start on the April Fool's Monday, the 1st of April 2024, Monday, played at the Wankhede Stadium, the Mumbai Indians against the Rajasthan Royals, and once again a routine win for the Rajasthan Royals, handing Mumbai Indians their 3rd consecutive defeat under the regime of Hardik Pandya. Well, what has happened with the Mumbai Indians? They just don't look like the Mumbai Indians from the past. And once again, that was on display. Unfortunately, this time it was in front of their home fans. Now, I'm not going to talk about all the booing that Hardik Pandya is receiving left, right and center. I think we have come at a point in time where the booing just has to stop. Now, there have been people on social media claiming that cricket fans don't understand how booing works. And this is apparently a quote said by all the football fans. Let's not go down that route, shall we? I think cricket is a gentleman's game first. And let's not go down to the level of football. I think football is so toxic and I don't want our good sport to go down there. So quickly moving on from that debacle stuff, let's talk about what happened in the game. It was the Rajasthan Royals, not the Royal Challengers Bengaluru. The Rajasthan Royals, captained by Sanju Samson, won the toss, elected to bowl first, and good job that they did because their bowlers got into the act straight away. By the time they lost their first 4 wickets, the Mumbai Indians, the score was just 20 runs at the end of 3.3 overs. It was 1 for 1 when Rohit Sharma was dismissed by Trent Bolt yet again. Namandir was dismissed the very next delivery, 1 for 2. 14 for 3 when Devil Brewis was dismissed once again by Trent Bolt. And to round things off, Nandre Berger picked up the wicket of Ishan Kishan to restrict the Mumbai Indians to just 20 for 4 at the end, at the midway point of the 4th over there. And the game was pretty much done from that point in time because the Mumbai Indians usually rely on their opening top order. particularly so when there is no Surya Kumar Yadav in the middle order. He's still injured. So once Ishan Kishan, Rohit Sharma, Naman Dheer and Devil Brewis were dismissed, they were basically chasing the game from that point in time. Tilak Verma and Hardik Pandya did try their best. Tilak Verma scoring 32 and Hardik Pandya top scorer for the Mumbai Indians, scoring just 34 runs. But in the end, they were never really in the game and posted a measly 125 from their quota of 20 overs. Each and every Rajasthan Royals bowler contributed. They used 5 bowlers and each and every one of them contributed to an extent. As I mentioned, Trent Bolt was just excellent and superb with the new ball, picking up 3 wickets and ending with the figures of 3 for 22. Nondre Berger picking up 2 wickets for 32 runs. He is proving up to be a very, very good strike partner alongside Trent Bolt, and long may that continue if you are a Rajasthan Royals fan. Avesh Khan picking up a wicket as well, but it was Yuzvendra Chahal who bowled 4 overs, 3 for just 11 runs, and he was basically a policeman on a busy highway. He just stopped the runs flowing, and once he was introduced into the attack, there was barely any chance the Mumbai Indians could poach and forge a respectable total which would trouble the Rajasthan Royals. But unfortunately for the Mumbai Indians, they did not do that. As I mentioned, just 125 runs, and that was chased down with relative ease as far as the Rajasthan Royals side are concerned. All they needed was 15.3 overs to chase that down with 6 wickets remaining. They did lose 3 wickets, and I wouldn't say it's a worry because they are one of the sides which has picked up 3 consecutive victories and are still unbeaten in this IPL. But Yashasvi Jaiswal, Josh Butler and Sanju Samson is arguably up there as far as the top order is concerned. I talked about how good the Delhi Capitals top order looks like. I think Rajasthan Royals have got a even better, if not the best, top 3 in this IPL. And for the second game in a row, the 3 haven't contributed with the bat. Yashasvi Jaiswal scoring 10, Josh Butler a struggling 13 of 16 deliveries, and Sanju Samson scoring just 12. But yes, as I mentioned, this is the 3rd straight game in which the top 3 have not functioned. However, it is the 2nd straight game in which Riyan Parag has played an outstanding knock and have bailed the Rajasthan Royals out of a difficult situation and has propelled them to a victory. This time he stayed not out. 54 of 39 deliveries, 5 fours and 3 sixes along the way. I think he's matured to a whole new level this time around. There was previously jokes circulating the IPL fraternity that Rajasthan Royals usually have 5 batters, 5 bowlers and a Riyan Parag. However, that is not the case this time around. He has been promoted up the order. He's batting in at number 4. He's been given responsibility to anchor the innings, but in the past 2 matches he's walked out in tricky situations, and he has been magnificent. He's taken the burden of responsibility on his shoulders and prevailed in two consecutive matches now. At the end of this match, which he saw his team win, he ended the game with the orange cap as well, which is something unheard of from a player like someone like Riyan Parag, and long may it continue. And if he does so, that Indian call-up is not far away, particularly with a series like the Zimbabwe one coming up soon. I think he has a real shot at playing in that particular series. But overall, a routine win as far as the Rajasthan Royals side are concerned. The Mumbai Indians bowling didn't really pick up any big wicket. It was Akash Madhwal, the returning Akash Madhwal, who picked up 3 wickets for 20 runs. Shows how good he has been and begs questions where he was in the opening 2 matches. But however, despite him coming back, it was a straightforward win as far as the Rajasthan Royals are concerned. Moving on to Tuesday, the 2nd of April, which saw a game being played at Bangalore. Bengaluru, sorry. And it was the game between the Royal Challengers Bengaluru taking on the Lucknow Super Giants, captained by Faf du Plessis. RCB won the toss and opted to bowl first, and Lucknow Super Giants posted a really good total, to be honest with you, 181 from their quota of 20 overs. It was a Quinton de Kock and Nicholas Pooran show. I think they were the ones who played a major role in seeing LSG get to that 181 threshold. Quinton de Kock scoring 81 of 56 deliveries, 8 fours, 5 sixes along the way, and he was the one who anchored in the middle order, who was aggressive in the top in the opening overs. In the middle overs, he was quite good, and towards the end, it was Nicholas Pooran who scored a quick fire 21 ball 40, which included 5 sixes to help LSG post a total of 181. And in reply, RCB were bundled out, to be honest, for just 153 runs, meaning that the Lucknow Super Giants won by 28 runs. RCB 153, no real standout contribution with the bat. However, there was a standout contribution with the ball as far as LSG are concerned, and that is Mayank Yadav. The rise of Mayank Yadav has been the story of the Indian Premier League after 3 rounds. Yes, there is Henrik Klassen, Riyan Parag. There are stories, but I think the rise of Mayank Yadav is something the whole country is celebrating. Picked up 3 wickets in the game against the Punjab Kings, and now this time again, sheer pace, picking up 3 for 14 of 4 overs, troubling batters left, right, centre. The ball he bowled to dismiss Cameron Green, pitching in just around off stump, and the pace was the ball was so fast that Cameron Green wasn't able to defend the ball in time, and when he brought his bat down to defend the delivery, the ball had already rattled the top of off stump. And this is an Australian who is used to playing against quicker bowlers on quick pitches in Australia, and to deceive him with sheer pace is a sight to behold. And Mayank Yadav is just rising up through the ranks. He picked up 3 very, very, very crucial wickets. He picked up Rajat Patidar when he was looking good. He was scoring really, really well. 29 of 21 deliveries before he was dismissed by Rajat Patidar. Glenn Maxwell was the next one to go. He was dismissed for a naught. And then it was that delivery to dismiss Cameron Green. Outstanding display with the ball. Now, there have been talks surrounding Mayank Yadav whether he should be on that flight to the Caribbean and to the United States to the World Cup, the T20 World Cup, which is happening right after the Indian Premier League. Well, after his performance against the Punjab Kings, I was still a little doubtful because the sample size was just 1 game. Yes, he's bowling really, really quick, upwards of 155 kilometers per hour. There was a delivery in this particular match where he bowled at 157. So there is pace. There is no doubt in that. There is pace with line and length and some really, really good control, unlike someone like Umran Malik. But seeing his performance now, I am thinking that yes, why not just take him in? Now, granted, there is a fine line between fast tracking someone and that particular player being your X factor, and I kind of feel like Mayank Yadav could be that X factor. We are already seeing that the pace bowling is something India will worry about in the World Cup. Yes, you have got in-form Jasprit Bumrah, but there is no Shami. Mohammad Siraj is not having the best of the IPLs. Arshdeep Singh is not having the best of the IPLs. Mukesh Kumar, Khalil Ahmed are someone who are blowing hot and cold. Yes, they are performing well for the Delhi Capitals, but their record with the Indian team is not the best. You cannot really bring Bhuvneshwar Kumar back. Why not give someone like Mayank Yadav a chance? And he might be the X factor which wins you your first ICC trophy in nearly 12 years or 11 years or whatever that is. I'm inclining towards him being picked up in that squad. But yeah, I can understand this is just 2 matches. What happens if someone finally picks him up and takes him to the swords, like someone like Phil Salt or Sunil Narayan can do up the order for Kolkata Knight Riders? We'll see what happens then. But yeah, it would be interesting to see if he can make it into the Indian squad. If not for the World Cup, I think take him to Zimbabwe. I think that tour is going to be one to check your bench strength. And I think he should be on that flight, if not to the Caribbean. So yeah, Lucknow Super Giants, as I mentioned, winning by 28 runs, meaning the RCB side, the Royal Challengers Bengaluru, have now lost 2 consecutive matches on home soil. Not something that the loyal Chinnaswamy crowd would have wanted to see, but that's how things roll as far as RCB are concerned. We'll talk about the points table in just a moment, but spoiler alerts, they are towards the bottom end of that particular points table. Moving on to the game which took place today, the 3rd of April, Wednesday, and that was once again Delhi Capitals playing in Visakhapatnam and calling it their home match and playing against the Kolkata Knight Riders. And boy, the Kolkata Knight Riders have completely demolished the Delhi Capitals and have secured a 106 run victory. Wow, this game was just mesmerizing and one-sided to say the least. It was the Kolkata Knight Riders, captained by Shreyas Iyer, who won the toss and elected to bat first. And boy, did they bat. 272 from their quota of 20 overs. Now, for the longest period of time, that 263 runs which RCB scored all the way back in 2016 was the highest score in IPL for 6 years. For 6 years? For 8 years. Before last week when Sunrisers Hyderabad scored 277 runs. And in that particular match, Mumbai Indians themselves scored 240 odd runs. So it was a very, very high scoring match. And that 263 has now been beaten once again, barely a week later, because Kolkata Knight Riders posting 272, and that was and I think that was the contribution of Sunil Narayan, Raghuvanshi and Andre Russell. Those were the 3 you should thank if you are a KKR fan like me. No stretch of imagination could have seen KKR posting 272. Yes, they have got the batting, and the batting did come into full fruitfulness today. I'm losing words here because I'm so excited being a KKR fan myself. At the end of the power play, the score was already 88 runs, and at the end of 10 overs, the score was well over 130. Yes, the score was 135 at the end of the first 10 overs. And in that freakish match at Hyderabad, SRH were 146 and Mumbai Indians were 141, and KKR are now 135. And these 3 totals which have been scored in just the last 8 days are now the top 3 highest scores after 10 overs in IPL history, in the entire IPL history, that is. As I've mentioned, the KKR have to thank Sunil Narayan for finally coming good. He used to open in those Gautam Gambhir era when he used to come out to bat with Chris Lynn. Then that experiment kind of failed in the remaining 3 or 4 seasons. But once Gautam Gambhir is back in the KKR dressing room, this time as a mentor, he's promoted Sunil Narayan back to open the innings alongside a dangerous Phil Salt, and I think this partnership is reaching new heights. Sunil Narayan, 85 runs of just 39 deliveries, 7 fours, 7 sixes along the way, playing at a strike rate of 217. He was he was partnered really well by Ankrish Raghuvanshi. 54 of 27 deliveries, playing at a strike rate of 200, 5 fours, 3 sixes along the way. And in the middle order, it was Andre Russell's brilliant 41 of just 19 deliveries, and Rinku Singh finally getting an opportunity to show his worth in this IPL. He batted for just 8 balls and scored 26 runs, 3 sixes along the way, striking at 325. The way Sunil Narayan batted, I'm going back to Sunil Narayan on this occasion, I think it was just excellent. He is a free wicket as far as KKR are concerned. If he is dismissed, well and good. But if he clicks, and click he did today, you can see your side post a mammoth total like how KKR did today when they posted 272 runs. And it was one of those lucky days as far as Sunil Narayan is concerned, where everything he touched was on the middle of the bat and was just traveling out of the park, left, right and center. As I mentioned, 7 sixes along the way. And it was a really good innings as far as Kolkata Knight Riders are concerned. Ankrich Nokia did pick up 3 wickets, but he went for 59 runs in his 4 overs. And for those of you who thought that just like how the Mumbai Indians came out firing, the Delhi Capitals will do something similar because they are also chasing a total well above 270. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case because they could only post 166 runs on the board before they were bundled out in just 17.2 overs. No real contributions by the top order. It was the middle order who kind of gave them some flickering hope, but those hopes were quickly extinguished when they were dismissed. I'm talking about Rishabh Pant and Tristan Stubbs. We talked about Rishabh Pant's 50 in the game against the Chennai Super Kings on Sunday, and I mentioned that in that particular match he took his time to settle in before getting into his groove. This time he didn't need that couple of overs to settle himself in. He was out there scoring quick fire runs from the get-go. In one particular over bowled by Venkatesh Iyer, he scored 28 runs of it, 4 fours and 2 sixes. He ended his innings by scoring 55 runs from just 25 deliveries, and he looked like the Rishabh Pant of old. And if he can keep this form going, I have no doubt in my mind that he would be the wicketkeeper which India would pick in the upcoming T20 World Cup. He was partnered really well by Tristan Stubbs. He finally got his first big score in this IPL, 54 of 32 deliveries, 4 fours and 4 sixes along the way. But apart from that, no real contribution with the bat from the Delhi Capitals. There were 3 ducks in this innings, and those 3 ducks were scored by some valuable players in the form of Mitchell Marsh, Abhishek Porel and Akshar Patel towards the end, and a mammoth 106 run victory, which means that the Kolkata Knight Riders are now have joined the Rajasthan Royals as the only 2 sides who are still unbeaten in the IPL after 3 rounds. But this mammoth 106 run victory means that they have a big lead over everyone else as far as the net run rate is concerned, and the KKR side find themselves at the top of the standings. Before we talk about those aforementioned standings, let's quickly brush through the KKR bowling because it was really good. Apart from that one freakish Venkatesh Iyer over, everyone contributed with the bowl. It was good to see Varun Chakravarti picking up wickets as well. He was tad expensive, 33 runs from his 4 overs, but he picked up 3 wickets. Narayan picked up 1 wicket as well to go along with the 85 runs that he scored in the first innings, which means he was the man of the match in the end. 1 wicket for Andre Russell as well. Vaibhav Arora played this time around in place of Harshit Rana. He picked up 3 wickets for 27 as well. And Mitchell Starc finally returning to form. He picked up 2 wickets after going for 100 runs in his first 2 matches without getting a wicket. This time he picked up the wicket of his fellow countryman David Warner, and then he also picked up the wicket of Mitchell Marsh. So he got the wicket of two Aussies in this match. He picked up 2 wickets as well, and it was a complete demolition job as far as the KKR side is concerned, which means, as I've mentioned, they are at the top of the standings and have a net run rate of 2.5, which is just outstanding. They are top. We have the Rajasthan Royals, the second unbeaten side, who are also on 6 points with a net run rate of 1.2. The Chennai Super Kings lost to the Delhi Capitals on Sunday, but they are still third in the standings on 4 points. Lucknow Super Giants are fourth with 4 points as well. The Gujarat Titans are the only side who have more wins, are the fifth and the final side who have more wins than defeat. They are also on 4 points, but they have a net run rate of negative 0.73, which is why they are fifth. And from 6 down, each team has suffered a minimum of 2 defeats. The Sunrisers Hyderabad have picked up just 2 points. They are 6th. Punjab Kings are 7th with 2 points as well. The Royal Challengers Bengaluru are 8th with 2 points. And the Delhi Capitals are 9th with 2 points. But both the RCB and the Delhi Capitals have played 4 matches, unlike the rest of the 8 teams. And unfortunately for the Mumbai Indians and for all MI fans, your side is bottom of the table with no points from their opening 3 matches, because you have lost all 3 matches with a negative 1.4 net run rate as well. So it's going to be a tall order as far as the MI side is concerned. Moving on, let's briefly talk about the orange cap and the purple cap situation. For those of you who don't know, the orange cap is given to the player with the most runs, and as things stand, that orange cap is on the head of Virat Kohli, who has scored 203 runs from 4 matches. And Riyan Parag is there at second place with 181 runs from 3 matches. So he does have a game in hand over Virat Kohli, but Kohli has the orange cap at the moment, having scored 203 runs. And as far as the bowling is concerned, and the purple cap, the cap offered to the highest wicket taker, that for the 3rd consecutive round, that is still on the head of Mustafizur Rahman. Learn your words, Vatsal. He has picked up 7 wickets from 3 matches. Mayank Yadav, Yuzvendra Chahal, Mohit Sharma and Khalil Ahmed have all picked up 6 wickets. So things are heating up as we move along in this Indian Premier League, and things are looking really, really good if you are a KKR or an RR fan. We'll come back when all 10 teams have played at least 4 matches, and we'll recap that once that happens. If you enjoyed this round 3 recap, then make sure you are liking, sharing and subscribing on YouTube. If you are listening this on Spotify or Apple Podcast and you enjoyed what I said in this 40-minute odd podcast, then make sure you are giving me those 5-star ratings. However, for the time being, this is me, Vatsal Vora, signing off. Ciao for now.
Sports Social Podcast Network.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.